And just see how Nigel Mansell is closing up on the Frenchman who has already won 2 Grand Prix this year. Prost, Mansell. Now where, if anywhere, can Nigel Mansell get past? He's going to have a big problem from now on because he's going to be right in the spray of Alain Prost's McLaren, with Niki Lauda still 3rd, Arnoux 4th, Alboreto 5th, Rosberg 6th, Senna 7th, Winkelhock 8th, and now watch Francois Hinault going off at Saint-Devote. Going off the circuit, but not damaging the car at all.
Yeah.
This is the battle I was telling you about. Keke Rosberg in 6th position, just ahead of Ayrton Senna in the yellow helmet and in the white Toleman, the new Toleman. And Senna has come up through the field. He started in 13th place and he's now 7th.
Well, Senna has showed an exceptional talent. He was, and the wet is where the talent shows. And Senna in Formula 3 last year was dominant except for the challenge from Martin Brundle, but Senna has proved his talent subsequently. He drove in a celebration club race, if you like, for Yoders, in which yours truly came a distant and rather dismal 10th at the new Nürburgring celebration, and he won that and he beat everybody. And Senna is very, very talented indeed.
Now, Lafitte in, obviously, for tyres, which is very interesting because he started on wets. Now, I imagine he may have spun. There's Arnoux. And Senna and Rosberg, followed by Winkelhock and Stefan Belloff, with Lafitte coming out of the pits. And now, on lap 10, it is Alain Prost leading, 2 seconds ahead of Nigel Mansell. In 3rd position, it is Niki Lauda. In 4th position, it is René Arnoux. 5th now is Keke Rosberg. And in 6th position is Ayrton Senna. Or is he 5th now? No, it's still... And there's Senna. That's what John Nielsen did in the Formula 3 race yesterday, and he went off very badly indeed, but Senna's made a marvellous recovery, and in these quite indescribable conditions, the Monaco Grand Prix continues. We're on lap 11 now.
Yes, that is certainly the question mark over Ayrton Senna, because he's relatively inexperienced, and the problem with experience for a driver here is that it's very difficult to realise that this race, unlike most Grand Prix, in dry conditions, which is a sprint, and you drive flat out all the way, we're very much in a survival battle. And Ayrton Senna, going very quickly, might continue to try and go too quickly. And whilst I think he's capable of winning this race, I think it's very unlikely because I don't think he quite has the experience.
Rosberg. And Senna. Round Casino Square. Into the drop down past the tip top. And that is Corrado Fabi. Corrado Fabi has spun his Brabham out of contention. And now we have Torme out of the race. We have Warwick out of the race. I haven't seen De Angelis for a long time. We have Cecotto out of the race. We have Alboreto out. And we now have Corrado Fabi on lap 11 in this 2-hour race into the chicane again. And now this is going to be Senna nearly losing it, putting his right wheel on the curb.
That's the replay that Senna was so close behind he couldn't see where he was going, and that was really, I would say, the cause of that bounce over the chicane. But here are the pair again, still doing battle.
A real veteran, the 1982 world champion, Keke Rosberg, leading Ayrton Senna now. And in the lead now is Nigel Mansell, has taken the lead, as you see Corrado Fabi sitting in a stationary position in his car on lap 12. The Englishman, Nigel Mansell, in the John Player Special Lotus, has taken the lead from Alain Prost. with Niki Lauda in third position, with René Arnoux closing up on the Austrian in fourth place. In fifth place it is Keke Rosberg, and in sixth position it is Ayrton Senna. Seventh is Winkelhock, and right behind Winkelhock is Stefan Bellof in eighth place. So you've got two German drivers fighting for seventh and eighth positions. There is the new leader. Nigel Mansell leads on lap 12. This is the first time that Nigel Mansell, as Prost goes through in second place, has ever led a Grand Prix. Can he stay there for the remainder of this long race which stretches before him? Mansell, Prost, Lauda, McLaren second and third, Ferrari fourth, Arnoux, the Williams of Rosberg fifth, and the Toleman of Ayrton Senna in sixth place. Senna is showing now Niki Lauda his front wheels, but Lauda, of course, is not about to move over under any circumstances at all. Prost has gone through, and that is the gap between the race leader, Alain Prost, and this battle for second place between Lauda in the Marlboro McLaren and Senna in the Toleman, as they come round the Rascasse, out of it, and up the finishing straight. Out of the Rascasse now, and Prost has gone through some 24 seconds ago already. And there is Arnoux, with behind Arnoux in fifth position, Keke Rosberg, and Senna challenging for that second place, and he's taken it. A magnificent bit of driving by Senna, who's now in second place.
Yeah, that was absolutely marvellous. Senna went round the outside of Lauda into the Rascasse, and that was brave and skillful.
Brave and skillful indeed. Senna now pulling away from Niki Lauda, and I will keep a stopwatch on the gap between Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna, the new second-place man. Here it is again, and this is Senna taking Lauda in second position.
Yes, they're on the pit straight now, but that's slightly curved, and they won't be able to use full power, so Senna is using a lot of throttle control here. Niki's hugging the inside, which is the correct line, and Senna's going the long way round him. And Prost will no doubt be informed on the very next time he passes the pits that Senna is in second place and looks capable of catching him. So this puts a lot of pressure on Prost suddenly. His 24-second plus lead looked pretty comfortable before, but it's going to feel jolly uncomfortable to him now.
Lap 19. Prost leads. Senna second. Lauda third. Just behind Lauda now, Arnoux is closing up. He's got Keke Rosberg right behind him in fifth position, and Stefan Bellof is right with Rosberg in sixth place. We could yet see an even more dramatic development with Bellof closing up. Now look at it, here it is, there's Lauda, there's Arnoux, there is Rosberg, and right behind him in sixth position is Stefan Bellof on this, now the conclusion of their 19th lap. Arnoux, Rosberg, Bellof. Stefan Bellof has got at the very most 450 horsepower from his Ford DFD engine in his Tyrrell, whereas Keke Rosberg has got some 650, but that's a disadvantage and not an advantage in today's weather conditions. And Bellof now going into Saint-Devote. Arnoux fourth, Rosberg fifth, Bellof sixth.
Yes, and particularly the advantage is accentuated by the fact that with a normally aspirated engine without the turbocharger, he has no throttle lag. The problem with for the drivers of turbocharged cars is that when you put your foot on the throttle with a turbocharged engine, the first thing that happens is nothing, and the second thing that happens is everything, in that it comes all with lots of power all at once. Whereas Bellof can move his foot up and down on the accelerator pedal and get exactly what he wants. And this is a big advantage in these ridiculously slippery conditions. And you see Bellof there now challenging at the back of that group, and he's given a little bit of a slide, hung the tail out of it there, that's no problem. He's got terrific car control, Bellof.
Manfred Winkelhock in seventh position behind Bellof is dropping back. Keke Rosberg was saying yesterday that the conditions in the tunnel are absolutely diabolical and will be accentuated in his case by the enormous horsepower that he's got under his right foot. Bellof goes through in sixth position. There is Arnoux fourth, and you can see for yourselves how awful it is on that track. just a solid ball of spray. Lauda third, Arnoux fourth, Rosberg fifth, Belloff sixth, absolutely together on lap 21 as they come up to Patrese to lap him. And Riccardo Patrese is not exactly the best-known man in the Grand Prix world for moving over and letting you through, so we could see a telescoping of this battle between these four men going from third to sixth positions. Arnoux, Belloff. They're paid a lot of money, and you see now why they earn it and how they earn it.